What's going on, guys? Big Mike D717 Outlaw coming at you here today. So today is a different type of video. On Instagram, I posted a while back that if you have any questions about the channel, go ahead and drop the comments down below. And a lot of people, some people responded, didn't really have too much feedback on that. But one question that actually popped up multiple times was, who am I and why do I do what I do? And that question honestly can be answered with only a few things, really. I mean, well, first I'll explain who I am, and then the couple things will be why I do what I do. So my name's Mike. I'm a Pennsylvania boy, 23 years old, and yeah, just been a Pennsylvania native. I mean, I've gotten into racing motorcycles. I rode dirt bikes as a kid. I did hunting. I loved guns when my cousins introduced me into them, and just been a family man and outdoorsman. That's pretty much it. And then I started getting into motors and things just went off from there. So there is one thing that really kind of jump-started the, what I want to call it, kind of jump-started my enthusiast view on all the things that I do. Motorcycles, I mean, hell, this is my grandpa's old TTR 225 Yamaha. We've ridden that for years. I mean, here, I need to find a picture. There was us a couple years ago. That was when I first got my 2006 TTR, which I sold about 2 years ago. Me and him riding. And also, if you didn't see, this was Father's Day a few years after this. He unfortunately broke his leg. But anyway, my grandparents honestly jump-started my entire career with all the hobbies that I do. My grandpa, whenever he was, I don't really know what age, honestly, and even my grandma, they used to race motorcycles. My grandpa did the old version of what is basically endurocross nowadays. He did it on old Triumph bikes, old Yamahas, and my grandma used to do trial bikes with an old 250 Yamaha, and it actually got sold, bike got sold to my neighbor, who still has it, but it's currently in pieces. And that there kind of jump-started my push for the motorcycles, like, of course, my R6 and my Busa. And it didn't stop there. My grandparents also were both, my grandma not so much, but my grandpa for sure was hunting. That's what really got me into it, was going hunting with him a few times, going hunting with my cousins, and of course getting to see the trophy wall from Iowa over, I couldn't tell you how many years, the numerous Pennsylvania bucks, the PA turkeys, all this kind of stuff. And that again rolled right into why I do what I do. Now, one thing that really did roll into it to get my car enthusiast side was my grandpa always had a handful of great classic cars. I've always seen pictures. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the pictures to put in the video, but he's always had an ample amount of very nice classic cars, from an old GTO to old Jeep. He had an old Willys Jeep, man, I love that thing. Had a Buick Straight 6 in it. He built it in the other garage that we have, and it was a beautiful truck. He sold it, I think, when I was only 10 or maybe younger than that. I wished he would have kept it. I would have loved that for a first car. But there's one car that jump-started it all, and it happens to be this beautiful 1960 Corvette. This was my grandfather's dream car since he was a kid. This thing jump-started my dream of always loving cars, really. And oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, kind of brought some memories back. Damn, I can't do this.
Take your this car is what really started my enthusiasm for just a love of cars, honestly. And this is a 1960 Corvette. Unfortunately, the motor is not numbers matching all original, but it is an original 283 small block Chevy. My pap he bought this thing pretty much as is. He rebuilt this thing a little bit, mainly motor work and a few little suspension upgrades. But this thing has been, I mean, hell, look at this. That was me when I was a kid when my pap first picked it up. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting on the floor. But this car started everything. I mean, I was a kind of a car nut a little bit prior, but when my grandpa came home with this it just set it all off. I mean, like I said, 283 small block Chevy. It's cammed. He has a beautiful exhaust on it. This car just started everything for me. And it's been his dream car for years. He bought it loving it as a kid, bought it, and now it's here. Now it's in the family. But this is what started it all. This car has been through a lot. Funny one here is these components here. A few, I want to say 4th of July, something. We were at my house having a good old 4th of July. My pop decided, hey, let's get the old school car out. And he was taking people for rides and things like that, and kind of showboating. Then again, who doesn't with a car like this? But got on it and dropped the clutch, and sure enough, that is the old bell housing, completely demolished. It blew chunks of steel out of the car. This fiberglass has been replaced on both sides. When it blew the firewall underneath the gas pedal, and it saw better days at that point. But it's been rebuilt since. It still runs and drives. It's a beautiful car. I'd start it, but I don't think my grandpa would like that very much, starting this up. But yeah, this car is what really started it. And honestly, my grandparents are what started this whole thing. I mean, me being a minor, jack of all trades. My grandpa taught me a lot: carpentry, any sort of wood crafting, some metal work. Granted, we don't have welders or things like that. Mechanics from big engines like this, because I've helped on a few things with this since it's been repaired, and most of the repairs done right here in this garage. But just to be able to do repairs on my bike, and hell, this too. If anybody remembers this from some of my older video, this thing here was all my pap. And then the prep of a few people that had the tools to really get it done, but all ideas and things like that. But it's just, family is so much to me, especially when it comes to things like this. This car has so much history, to me at least, and it jump-started my extreme love of any car, whether it's foreign, domestic, import, exotic, whatever you want to say. I love any car. Hell, I mean, honestly, I wanted to build an all-wheel drive Honda Civic hatchback. Why I wanted to do it, I don't know, but I wanted to have an all-wheel drive hatchback. But everything in here, this has all been what made me who I am as a Pennsylvania boy and everything like that. And I mean, hell, this is my trophy from this year, April, when we went out for spring gobbler in Iowa. But anyway,
This video is a little bit longer than I anticipated, but this was just a little bit of an insight on me and what got me to do what I do today. Sorry for minor waterworks. Anybody that doesn't follow me on social media, I posted a while back about my grandpa's current fight with cancer, and the reason the car brings up a lot, it's kind of been sitting since he's had his issues. We used to go to a lot of local car shows and things like that, but it's pretty much been sitting since the diagnosis, and it's hard. It's hard. That's all I can say. But anyway, before any waterworks start yet again, I'm going to end this video here. As always, I hope you guys like this video. I hope this is a little bit of an insight on me and what I do and why I do it. But yeah, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know anything more about the channel, anything that I do, especially too, here there's another thing to throw in here. There is a Cops, Cars, and Coffee at George Park here in Harrisburg. This is going to be this coming Sunday. I believe it is 8 to 12, hosted by our lovely Lower Paxton Police Force. The guy that hosts it, Mike, he's going to have a authentic, well, it's a built race car anymore, but it is a R32 Skyline. Beautiful car. He's been building it for a couple years now, I think, but it's finally going to make its way to a show. So I hope to see you guys out there for a little bit of meet and greet. As long as the weather holds up, me and my dad will be cruising out on both bikes. If I could, I would take this. I want to drive that thing so bad. But right now it actually needs some repairs, so we're going to be working on that. Hopefully we can get that in an upload coming up here soon. We're going to try for it at least. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys liked the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know anything more about me that maybe I didn't cover that you want to know, drop the comments down below, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. But as always, please hit the subscribe button. Also, hit that little bell next to it for notifications on the newest videos that will be coming out. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, quick update too before we go. The Busa, there are parts in the mail coming for that. We are, honestly, there's a YouTube call at October 20th. I'm jumping straight for it. I'm chomping at the bit to race. Hopefully send it Steve, since he's got the twin turbo C5 build. And now that I got a bike that can actually compete with it. The parts in the mail, I will not tell you, but they do have to do with drag racing. So yeah, we'll just let you guys guess on that one. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next upload. Sorry again for a little bit of the waterworks. This was a little bit harder for me to do than I thought. So, alright, I'll see you guys.